Will the meeting please come to order? That brings us to bills on public hearing. Bill 2017-722, Councilman Cooper adopts the budget ordinance of the Metropolitan Government for fiscal year 2018. Councilman Cooper.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Mayor. I would like to open the public hearing.
Thank you, Councilman. There you go.
Good evening. My name is Haven Boyd. I live at 3616 Chesapeake Drive. Council Brenda Hay was my councilwoman. And I'm standing here in the gap for the teachers. Metro Action Head Start, teachers and teacher assistants, we always get left out of the budget when the raises are given. And I'm standing here to ask, could you all please, pretty please, with sugar on top, consider putting the teachers in the budget for the raises this year. And I just want to thank Mayor Berry for going back asking for raises for us. And now, if y'all see her, just leave her this little message. I just want to thank you forever for the raises you got us. For the next 3 years, we would like for y'all to put us in the budget for the raises, and I thank you.
Hello and good evening. My name is Johnny Davis. I am originally from Spanish Harlem in New York. I've lived in Nashville now for more than 20 years and have been employed at Nashville General Hospital for 10. I've seen Nashville grow a lot, especially over the past few years. And like any major city, we are not without our issues, like traffic, crime, housing, etc. But one of our biggest issues is our city hospital, Nashville General Hospital. We need sufficient funding in order to continue providing our wonderful citizens with safe, quality care. Now, I've been told that I had only 2 minutes to make my plea. 2 minutes may seem like a short amount of time, but for someone who is down in their luck and in need of medical care, 2 minutes would seem a lifetime. We have a lot of people coming here from all over the U.S. and even some from other countries, all looking for a piece of the pie. And this would be the perfect opportunity to show everyone why Nashville is the place to be. We want to show everyone why Tennessee is called the volunteer state. And so, in behalf of Nashville General Hospital, I would like to thank our public officials for their support and our fearless leader and CEO, Dr. Joseph Webb, all of our staff, our environmental services staff, our dietary department, our nurses, our doctors, and volunteers. And let's not forget our Union Local 205 SEIU for their unwavering support. And so in ending, I would like to leave you with a quote that I read on a pamphlet handed to me at my 10th year anniversary. It simply said, have a little love in your heart. That statement is fitting for an institution that has been holding our hand for more than 125 years and hasn't let go yet. So please support our hospital at Nashville General. Give us the funding needed so that it may continue to serve our communities. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Vanessa Robertson Sanders. I reside at 1616 14th Avenue North, where Ed Kendall is my councilman. Yay! I'm a 23-year employee at Nashville General Hospital, and I want to say thank you in advance for funding our hospital this year. In the budget meetings last month, Dr. Webb, you asked Dr. Webb how much was needed to actually fully fund our hospital. He not only told you, but he gave you the numbers on paper. He has been nothing but honest with you all. This is something that he walked into knowing that he would have to roll up his sleeves and work for the Safety Net Hospital. Since he has been at Nashville General, he has made a lot of changes. For example, the Transform You, promoting healthier lifestyle, renovating the L&D, renovating the ER admitting and the main entrance, just to name a few things. I'm truly proud to call him my boss because of his transparency and his ethics. The employees at Nashville General Hospital, we choose to be there. Whether we work in environmental services, dietary, nursing service, or even the executive team. Giving patient care is our ministry and a calling for us. As a long-life Nashvilleian, my family has received services from other hospitals in town. And I would tell you that our work at General is just as good, if not better, of those other institutions. A story about my son. He had a health scare as a toddler. We took him to a big-name hospital in town, and we received bad medical advice. This has continued to plague him to this day. I'm not saying that General doesn't have problems sometimes, and we certainly don't have the money, the name, or the fame of other institutions, but we have the staff that has the heart to give care to all sisters and brothers in this city, regardless to where they come from. And I want to say thank you in advance for funding Nashville General Hospital because of the excellent care that we provide on a daily basis to those who we serve, our history, commitment to the city of Nashville and the surrounding counties. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Viola Johnson, and I reside at 3001 Kings Lane. And I am a paraprofessional in Metro Nashville Schools. I have been with Metro Nashville Public Schools for 10 years. I work with children with special needs, and I love it. I am passionate about my job, and many days I go in early. I even clock in to make sure our classroom is ready for our kids. There have been days where we are unable to locate a substitute teacher, and like many parapros, I have needed to step up and do all the instruction for that day. I have been able to help and give back to my students, helping them learn and develop into incredible humans that are a thriving part of our city as well as in their communities. I want to continue my work that I think of as more of a calling than a job. My husband is retired, and we carefully stick to a rigorous budget so we can pay our bills and stay here in Nashville. As rent has gone up in Nashville, more and more of my coworkers are having a hard time finding affordable places to live while earning a paycheck. Thank you for including a 3% pay increase in this year's budget. This will help with rising costs and rising insurance. I want to live in the city where I've been raised, and as a true Nashvilleian, I want to stay here and work here. I want my coworkers to do the same. Our city is stronger when we have a diverse workforce all pulling together. Thank you for remembering this, and please feel free to come and visit my classroom anytime. I can show you firsthand how vital the work of parapros are in our schools every day. Thank you.
Good evening. My name's ELISA Utley. I live at 515 Emerald Court, and I'm a 911 dispatcher. I've worked for the Emergency Communications Department for the past 22 years, and I'm a 30-year Metro employee. As we all are aware of, the city of Nashville is growing, and with that growth, we have seen an increase in the 911 call volume. Call volume has increased as one home gets knocked down, two rise from its ashes. Cell phone calls have dramatically increased, as well as calls from our visiting tourists. We handle all 911 calls as well as the 862-8600 non-emergency line. On a daily average, our department answers over 1,000 emergency calls in Metro Nashville. We are literally the first responders. Before the police or fire or a medic show up, we are the people you talk to and help you to cope with the emergency until help arrives. We are that calming voice and the first to administer care when that life-altering situation happens, a baby being born, a loved one being found unresponsive, or a shooting, as we had today of the 7-year-old child. It is important to note, while we do all of this frontline care, we are not considered public safety by you, our employer. We do not receive the same retirement benefits nor the compensation pay you allocate for the police and fire. We would like for that to change. I would like to thank the councilpersons Cooper, Mendez, Pridemore, Pulley, and Johnson for coming to our center last month and hearing firsthand from us what we do here at ECC. I would invite all others to please come to our center and listen to our firsthand accounts. We are grateful for the 3%, and we are grateful for our benefits. We want to maintain a pension for all Metro employees going forward. Our benefits matter. We do an important job in Metro, and we want to know that as our city leaders, you care about us and the quality work we provide to all the citizens and visitors that experience 911 situation in our city. Thank you.
How y'all doing? I'm James Brown. I live at 4021 Shoefell Court out at Antioch. Mr. Potts here has the sad duty of representing me. As many of you know, I've been coming to this lectern for upwards of a decade, speaking out for some of my coworkers, some of the meekest employees of Metro Nashville. I'm talking about school secretaries. I'm talking about lunchroom workers. I'm talking about paraprofessionals. I'm talking about custodians. And for every one of those years until now, Jesse Register has been balancing the school budget on their backs. And you know I've been fighting for them. You know my union's been fighting for them. Now, finally, we have an administration who has acknowledged these workers, has accepted that they are needed in our school system and are important in our school system, and has started correcting the damage that Uncle Jesse did to us. My message to you tonight's really simple. The school budget's a good budget. Please support it. Thank you.
Mr. Vice Mayor and members of the council, my name is Russ Anthony. I live at 446 Clearwater Drive. My district is represented by Ms. Karen Johnson. I'm here in support of the budget and also to say thank you. Thank you to the members of the council. As a member of SEIU, I work at social services with Ms. Trina Jordan, who's also in the audience. We stand at the front line whenever there is crisis in Nashville. Most of the people come to social services. They don't all come to social services. We do see a lot of them. And we say thank you because even though Nashville is the it city, and even though at this point in time we are benefiting from a great combination of a great hockey team as well as the CMA Awards, and so we're getting a lot of attention right now. We know that Nashvillians represented by our council members recognize that we do not want to leave those who cannot help themselves behind. So by your support of the budget recognizes that you support the people that we support. You support the people that are in our conservatorship programs, those with mental and physical disabilities who need someone to look after them. And we in our office, in our department, are charged with looking at their cases. We know that you support the people that receive Meals on Wheels, people who, for no fault of their own, for whatever reason, they cannot get at least one nutritious meal a day, and the Meals on Wheels program allows them to do that. You support the homeless in Nashville, and we have people in Nashville, not only who live on the streets, in cars and parking lots and back alleys, but also those who live in hotels who know that today may be their last day living in that hotel. People that are living with their grandmother, their uncle, their niece, their cousin, places whereby they are double up and triple up in crowded conditions. And so your support of this budget allows social services to continue to help people in those areas. And we also know that you support those who are also struggling financially, those people who are underemployed, who are unemployed, the working poor, people who want to work on their own and want to make it on their own, but who need that extra push. So we say to the members of the Metro Council, to the Vice Mayor, and also to Mayor Barry, thank you from SEIU, Local 205.
My name is Sabrina Jackson. I reside at 1016 Crystal Bear Trail in Murfreesboro. I have grown up and or worked in Nashville all my life. I currently am an employee at the Department of Emergency Communications in Nashville, Tennessee. Of course. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. I'm not a speaker. I've been there 14 and a half years, and over that time I've seen Nashville grow. And I just want to say thank you to all the council members that came to tour our facility and see what we do and what the services we provide for this city. And to those who could not make it, that option is still open to you. We welcome you at any time to come into our facilities to see what kind of services we provide for your citizens that live and work in Nashville daily. I also want to thank you for the consideration for the budget this year that is assisting us in growing and getting a raise and doing things we need to do to help our families. You may have been told that being a 911 operator is often like being a customer service representative. While that may be somewhat true, it's also fair to say that emergency customer service is different than regular customer service. It's important to remember that when someone calls 911, it's likely at the worst time of their lives. They're depending on us to tell them what to do and to get them the assistance that they need. We're the lifeline between the public and the emergency service responders in this city, and the city is growing at an astonishing rate. Yes, we work in a call center, but our calls are not always routine. How do I get a crash report? Where do I pay my parking ticket? Yes, those are some of the type of calls that we receive. But also calls we have received is a mother whose child isn't breathing, and we have to calm the mother down and instruct her in doing CPR so the paramedics can arrive and take over. The child who called in saying, "Daddy shot mommy," then shot himself. And can someone live with gray stuff coming out of their head? We have people on the phone whispering that someone has broken into their home and they're hiding in the closet. I've personally told a mother how to cut their child down who hung themselves in the garage on Mother's Day. We're the first responders. We are public safety. We like your support and your assistance in getting us the benefits that we need to become public safety and to get the pension and things that we need to do that for us and our families. Thank you for your time.
Good evening. My name is Tyrone Jolly. I live at 3862 Crouch Drive, District 2. I am a lifelong resident of Nashville and an active and registered voter. I work for Metro Water Services, where I'm proud to say I've served the public for over 25 years. I would like to ask the council members to support the proposed budget in front of you. But my real purpose for speaking tonight is to encourage all of us in this chamber and those watching at home to recommit as the city to set of priorities to protect the public services, strengthen our infrastructure, and keep pace with all the growth that we have had in the past few years. Now, let's be clear. We all want Nashville to succeed. But this can't happen to benefit a few at the expense of others. For example, it's no secret that in the past few years, the city has handed out massive incentives to big businesses and corporations. That's money and funding for schools, parks, library, water, and infrastructure projects that may not happen. Even though the city is growing, more people than ever are going to need those facilities and services. Now, being the it city and having growth means nothing if we can't maintain a good quality life where the regular folks can afford to raise a family and take part in the American dream. Those are the priorities we need to keep focus on. Our schools, hospitals, parks, sidewalks, infrastructure, clean drinking water, and sewage services all cost money. We need to think of ways how to pay for all of these services. We need to think about ways how we can pay for all of these services and not give our money away to big businesses. I just want to thank you for allowing me to speak. I thank you for your service. I also thank you for you all looking after the Metro government employees. And most of all, I thank you for supporting the mayor's budget. Thank you.
Seeing no one else, declare the public hearing closed.